internet wins again. My name is Brian D, and this is what you need to know. Today the question is, who is Nina Jankowics? Yesterday I posted a story about the Ministry of Truth. It may have been the day after yesterday now. And I said that I would follow up on it once more information started coming to light. Well, Tucker Carlson had released a hilarious clip of Nina singing about misinformation, disinformation, and how we need to think about it, how we need to approach it. She's becoming the Mary Poppins of the Czar administration. Real quickly, let's just play a clip of her singing that was posted on Fox News if you haven't seen it yet.
Information laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origins are slightly less atrocious. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared bad intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain, they're laundering disinfo, and we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice, or vote. Oh!
Wow. It almost seems like a joke. Seems like a bit from Idiocracy. Well, yesterday Jenn Psaki was being questioned about who Nina is, how she was hired, being that the day before Jen had very little knowledge of Nina. This is how she responded.
Information board.
Sure.
Yesterday you had told me that you were not familiar with Nina Jankowics. I'm wondering if you have more information on her today. Also, Secretary Mayorkas said that he was not familiar with statements that she had made surrounding the Hunter Biden laptop. And I'm just wondering, how was she hired if you in the White House are not familiar with her, if Mayorkas is not familiar with her statements? What's the process for putting her into a position like this? Who's in charge of her hiring?
Well, let me give you a sense of who she is. She's an expert on online disinformation. She was formerly in the Wilson Center's She was formerly a disinformation fellow at the Wilson Center. She testified before Congress as well as the United Kingdom and European parliaments, advised a Ukrainian foreign minister, particularly relevant in this moment, under the auspices of a Fulbright Public Policy Fellowship, and overseeing Russia and Belarus programs at the National Democratic Institute. Any hiring decisions are up to the Department of Homeland Security, but this is a person with extensive qualifications. What I will tell you about the board and what the board is doing, this is a continuation of work that began at the Department of Homeland Security in 2020 under former President Trump.
That right there should at least bring up a few questions that you could ask in addition to what is already being presented by the mainstream narrative. To me, one of the very first things that popped up was Global Fellowship. What is this? So I did a quick Google search of it, and based on Google's definition, Global Fellows in Washington, D.C. is an innovative fellowship program designed to equip University of Maryland undergraduate students with the knowledge, skills, and experience necessary to become leaders in our increasingly globalized society. I then got a little bit more curious about her, so I wanted to just do another little search, find her Wikipedia, and see if we could get any good information on her from that. We see here that she is only about 5 years older than me. And it looks like she has a double major in Russian and political science. Russian and political science. How strange. How strange that somebody who majored in Russian and political science and used to work with Ukraine is now in charge of what is or is not real information. I feel like that can only go well.